Hello guys, hello traders. Wish you had a good day, and I wish all of you learn a lesson from the today market and just keep review it and use those knowledge every day and every day. Let's back to the chart. Let's go the weekly, just check it out how it was till now. As you see guys, as I told at the Monday, this area is very important. It looks like an edge for whole of the price. Until now, uh, candle is just doing like an indecision, so we should wait to see any breakout, anything. And one thing that I've mentioned before, just look at here guys at the, I don't know, maybe it happened or not, but I just saw this couple of weeks ago. Look at it guys, it just went up, okay, and it made like a base, went up again and then back down. It's kind of, it looks like same thing guys. It went up, base, up, down. Do you see? I don't know, maybe it's be a sign for a future. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the daily. At the daily time frame, do you see guys, the daily candle is so small. It just 46 pips. It just went up and down, up and down in whole of the day. At the vision of the day, I've told you guys, this candle is made a low, and next candle is made another low and made a lower high. So could be a sign for it wanna going down. As you see, this candle still is making new low, and the high of the candle is lower than the previous high. So it's another sign, maybe the next days that we are going down. But there is an important but in here. This area is very very important for the whole of the price. So if the tomorrow candle, if be like next candle be like a good bullish candle that it break the previous high, just consider it as a candle. So if it make like a good bullish candle for a next day, it will be like a star pattern, so maybe just going up. But as you know, this area is very important for whole of the structure again. At H4 guys, it just as you see guys, it just went up and completely back down and again just back up. So that because we have a consolidation, it just make, it looks like they're gonna to grab more liquidity. Maybe after the breakout, I don't know, from top or bottom, we have a good and fast movement. We should be careful of this structure. Okay, and at around that area, as I mentioned at the vision of the day, it's just made like a base area at the H4, as I mentioned. So the price gonna to make like a base area. In that area we should wait for breakout from bottom or top. So as you see, just back down, but it tapped the higher time frame zone, the major FDR, and it just back up again. So it was a good situation for trade at the higher time frame at the H4. At the H1, as I told at vision of the day, we had like a D space area. I've told you it's just gonna to like a do like a FTB, but I've mentioned this area was very important. And when I saw this candle is closing like below of this area, this range, and after that we had those like a indecision candle, I went for a sell in that area. We had this trend line too at this time frame. So this trend line at this time frame, it just closed below of the trend line, and it just closed below of the FDR zone, so it make like a broken FDR. So we could go for a sale at the FTB of this area. As you see, how magical was that guys? You should say yes, it was so magical. Just look at here guys, bottom of the FDR, it just tap it and it just dropped down. So it was a good situation for trade at the edge one. So it just came back down, it tapped the higher time frame zone that we mentioned at the higher time frame, and after that this candle is closer in that range, so it's just like a sign that it's gonna go up. When it break this high, it could be a situation for a buy as a risky. And another one, it just back to the base area, it just FTB to the base, it just went down, tapped the fresh zone, and just came back up. At M15, around that area that I start to trade, I've saw this candle close like that, it just came back up. But this type of situation, when we have like a tiny trend line in that area too, when I saw this candle situation and formation is like that, I went for sell, but it was so risky. For another risky trade, when you see we have at the London session opening, when we have this push and this volume, this momentum, you could go for a sell around here. But the safe trade is when it just came back down and made a low, and when it just back to this trend line, this low, it just back to the, it's simple rules of a trend line breakout. It just came back to the this base area, FTB to the trend line, pulled back to the trend line, whatever that you call it, I don't know. Okay, and then after that it just went down. Another time it made a low, then here, and then this area, and we have this FTR zone, and it's a fresh FTR. It just tapped to this fresh FTR and just closed below of the this important price, and we have a bearish candle, so it's a sign that it's gonna going down. So you could go for sell around that here. First target will be the wick filling. Okay, it just tapped the higher time frame. When it hit the major, we could not go immediately for a buy. The best way of the trading at when it hit the major is wait for it like a QM in a lower time frame. After this area, you see guys, it just went up with momentum, it just back down and then went up. What is that, guys? Yes, tiny FTR. Tiny FTR happened, we could go for a buy around that area. Another one here, look at here guys, when price back went up, made a high down here, it just made like a broken FTR in that area, it tap it and candle closed like a bullish candle, and we could go for a buy at that buy that I took this position. And it just went to the base area, a rejection happened, okay, a pin bar, a sign of reversal. That area could be another one for enter as a sell. Okay, and after that, do you see guys, it just made like a base, it just went up down up down up down, but depends on the structure. At the higher time frame, I went for a sell around that area because of the candle formation, and it was like a drop base drop market structure. So that was a 2-day market. I know it wasn't so hard, but it wasn't so easy too. If you just followed like those rules that we have, you could reach your like 20 pips per day, and just 2 trades per day was enough. At least you have 2 trades around here and about here at this market. I wish this videos that helps you guys. If you have any question, ask me at the comment. It's okay, I will be happy to answer your trading questions. And just do not forget to share with your friends, like and subscribe. Have a good night, guys.